Happy New Year and welcome back. I have three names Shaheen Shah Afridi, Ravindra Jadeja, and Will Bukowiski. What do these three names have in common? Well, they've all in recent times got hit on their helmet by the bouncer. And it's led to a lot of debate on concussions and whatnot, but we're not getting there today. We'll only be focusing on the bouncer. Sunil Gavaskar has got his own view on why modern day batsmen are getting hit by the bouncer so often. So has Jan Chappell. And we have with us our own expert, former Pakistani fast bowler Jalal Uddin, and a renowned coach, who will be demystifying for us what and why the bowlers are bowling bouncers and why the batsmen are getting hit so often. Welcome to the first episode of the second season of Off the Crease with Jalal Uddin.
हैट्रिक पाकिस्तानના બોલર જલાલુદ્દીન
So, sir, before we get into this discussion, let us just show our viewers a recent clip of the Australian batsman Will Bukowiski getting hit by a bouncer in a tour game between India and Australia by the bowler Kartik Tyagi.
Why is that hitting? I think that may have clicked him on the helmet there. It's just got him on the helmet. Hasn't got up at all. That is a concern.
Yeah, Kashif, that kind of hit, even you are wearing a helmet, can be very nasty because hit on the head, on the front of his head. So it can be very nasty.
Absolutely, sir. That looked brutal. So, and that brings us to the question. I mean, the number of cases of batsmen getting hit nowadays on the helmet has risen a lot compared to, previous eras, even a few years back. The instances of batsmen getting hit was not so much. In your time, you didn't even have concussion substitutes. In fact, batsmen in your era actually played without helmets. Yet the instances of batsmen getting hit in that time period seemed a lot less. What do you think is the reason for modern batsmen not being able to fend off bouncers successfully?
It is interesting. If I tell you that it is because of the laws of the game, because all the laws of the game support the batsman. And as a pace bowler, I feel that it's not fair for the bowlers. They have not equal opportunity to bowl. They are restricted to bowl for the batsman. And when they come to the Test cricket, they have a chance to bowl number of bouncers. They can utilize as a weapon. So, because of laws of the game, this is the one of the reason. So they are hitting on the ball because they have a poor technique. Suppose if you see the clip that they also like to play the shot on the front foot. That is a poor technique. And in T20 cricket or in a one-day cricket, it can be managed because of they need a runs. But in a test match, you have to have a good technique to play that shot. And when you play on the front foot, there's a more chance to hit on your helmet. But I can tell you, there were two batsmen in the cricket history. They can play on the front foot this bouncer or this short pitch ball very perfectly, but they are exception. What those are? One of him was Viv Richard, the great Viv Richard, and the Ricky Ponting. They are two.
Oh, the master puller.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they can play, but other batsmen has to have developed their good technique to play the short pitch ball or the bouncer ball. And what is that? They have to be play on the back foot, back and across,
Right.
and play the hook shot on your front shoulder. That help them to
Right.
not to hit on their helmet, and they can leave the ball and they can play the ball. Both are very important on if somebody is bowling short pitch ball. So this technique will need to be developed when you are playing the test match. But because we are mostly rely on the short format cricket, they are not well equipped to play when they come to the test match. They are not have a good technique, so they can hit on the helmet. So this is the one reason of the technique. The other reason is that, which is very important, and you see some of the ball hit on the helmet of the batsman, because of the ball when the bounce, it come bit slower what the batsman is expecting, and it hit on the back of your head, and that is very dangerous for the player, and we have seen that some players were hospitalized for because of that.
Right.
So sometimes the pitch play the roles, and mainly it's a basic technique that batsmen have. The batsman has not a good basic technique, which is the main reason to hit on the helmet. So these are the two or three things that batsmen have to improve. What I
Absolutely.
can say that.
So, uh, so why do bowlers bowl bouncers in the first place? I mean, is it that they just love to be mean and angry and want to hurt the batsman? I can see a small smile in your face at the thought of a bouncer.
Kaushik, if you see that I'm a team bowler, and if you compare me with the Rawalpindi Express like Shoaib Akhtar, ये तो बहुत ही खतरनाक थे, और
He
they
was a
are really,
bloodthirsty bowler.
and
Yeah,
he most of the time says I'm thirsty of the blood and like that. So
yeah,
it's a different story, and you know that the batsman never want to hit a player. The bouncer is
right.
a weapon, and they utilize it very well.
Absolutely. I mean, how do they utilize it? Like, how does it stop run scoring, or how does it allow them to take wickets?
Basically, you see that because they don't have much chance in the bouncer in the short format of the game, when they come in the test matches, the bouncer used as a weapon. When the
Right.
bouncer, there are two or three ways to get him out. If he plays a shot on a
Mhm.
bouncer, there is a more chance to get him out on the outer field, like fine leg,
Because the batsman will not
square
be in
leg,
control.
because he's not in control when he plays a
Right,
hook shot. It's very difficult
right.
shot to play because he
Mhm.
can't see the ball late. And the other thing is that sometimes he definitely he fear the batsman and keep them in the two minds. When a batsman in the two minds, there is a more chance to play the bad shot and the bowler gets the wickets.
Right.
So
Mhm.
that is another reason to get him out. And sometimes you see that the batsman cannot leave. They play all the time that this shot. That is the weakness of the batsman. So that helped them the bowler to get him out by doing that bouncer. So if the main reason for a bowler is to get the wickets, not to injure him
Absolutely.
or hit him in the face or like that. So as a bowler, I feel that it's not a good thing. And I tell you one story. When I was playing club cricket, I hit a batsman on his head, and he was hospitalized for 2 months, and finally he recovered. But I regret that it's not a good thing to somebody who got injured. And as a human being, as a sports person, we never try to hit the batsman and get him injured, but we try to get the wickets, and in that process sometimes it's hit, and we always regret as a human being. So every sports person are a human being, and they like to other sports person to he perform very well, but that sometimes that sort of a process, when they are playing the short pitch ball, they get hit. But it's always we as a human being don't dislike this, don't like this.
Of course, sir. And before we wrap up, can you just quickly tell us whether batsmen can improve the skill of navigating bouncers and nets with practice, or is it something is it something a flaw in the technique that has crept in that cannot be reversed anymore?
That is can be improved, but because it's a basic technique, and normally we say that the basic technique only we can improve when you start your career early of the career. Basic things can be improved. When you establish player, it is hardly to improve that technique. But even you can improve in a later age by doing some drill in the nets, or some by doing some practice of this sort of a ball. But normally the basic techniques improve in the early age of the game. So
Okay.
once you establish, it's difficult.
Okay. So on that note, we have really run out of time here. Jalal sir, always a pleasure to converse with you on all things cricket. To all our viewers, this season there will be more episodes, but will be shorter in length, so that it's easy for you to consume. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the episode today. Do click the bell icon to subscribe to our channel, and do like and share and comment on our videos. Follow us on our Instagram handle at the rate of the crease and on our Twitter handle of the crease with Jalal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.